So, guys, you and I can have a pet, right? Why can't a starship have a pet? Why can't Starfleet officers have a pet? And they do. It turns out they do. And these are the pets of Star Trek. So, a starship is a pretty big vehicle, right? It's a pretty big place. And these noble and intrepid officers, explorers, are away from their homes for a long period of time. So why not keep pets, right? Well, let's start off with the beginning, of course, in the original series, classic series. Now, this is Kirk's Enterprise, and there were no quote-unquote pets per se, traditional standard pets, but we had, of course, Tribbles. In the episode Trouble with Tribbles, these were those fuzzy, purring, pregnant at birth fuzzballs. And they were not the best pet, certainly, but the Enterprise crew did love them. Certainly did. And maybe you even picked one up one day, right? And Captain Picard's Enterprise D, Jean-Luc Picard, kept a pet. Remember, in his ready room, it was a fish called Livingston, named after producer David Livingston. And when Captain Picard had guests in his reading room, little conference, they would look at a queue. He was looking in and checking it out. Hugh Borg was checking it out. And interesting trivia, in real life, Patrick Stewart playing Picard, he did not like Livingston. He didn't like it to be kept in the reading room because he felt by that time people wouldn't keep pets and they wouldn't keep fish or any animals beyond their sort of control and permission. Animal rights, as it were. Do androids like animals? Data certainly did. Yes, Captain Picard's science officer, Data, also kept a pet, and that, of course, was the cat, Spot. The episode where we met Spot, he was introduced in Data's day. Oops, wait a minute. He, of course, we know later, it was a she. Spot was a female because it gave birth. Very interesting is that 5 cats played Spot. And in real life, some of those cats were named Monster, Brandy, Bud, and Tyler. And we know, of course, that one of the most emotional moments in all of Star Trek, certainly the films, was in Star Trek Generations when Data, believing that Spot had passed when the saucer section crashed on the Enterprise's saucer section crashed on the planet, he discovers Spot safe and sound, and it's an emotional time for everybody. And finally, we have Porthos, Captain Jonathan Archer's Beagle in Enterprise. And it's very interesting because there were 2 Beagles who played Porthos. They were supplied by Performing Animal Troop, this animal supply company. One of the dogs was a female called Breezy, and the second was called Windy, sort of a backup to Breezy. And of course, Porthos is named after the character in The Three Musketeers. And Porthos loved his wine and song, his women. But of course, Porthos, Captain Jonathan Archer's dog, only seems to love cheese, which doesn't always agree with him. But hey, you got to have a treat. So there you go. There are other animals in Star Trek. Certainly, you could even qualify them as pets, perhaps. But these are the pets, the classic and the main pets of Star Trek. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.